Thanks for being here with us today to celebrate this day of the Art Nights of Dubai. So, for me, it's a pleasure, truly a pleasure, to be here with all of you and to surrounded by all the artists, all the creativity, and in opening this panel, surrounded with creativity and with a lot of passion. I'm a Spaniard, so I truly and personally love passion. And that's what I really would like you to feel today while we are as well talking about sustainability. So, sustainability is what we are going to talk about today. And that's about the word that everybody is using and talking about in the art world. But do we really know what sustainability is? Sustainability is not just about having a green planet and making art that really celebrates the planet, but it's also about creating a place, and it's about creating cultures, people cultures, where everybody really can thrive. So today we are going to talk about people, culture, how the culture grow, and creating a planet and a world where everybody takes part of it. So three things that we are going to get together, that is going to be the three P's: profits, planet, and purpose. And we're going to try to grow all of them together. And here, all these companies that they are here in DIFC, they play an important role, but not just the companies that they are here in DIFC, but as well the artists, the art industry, and their entrepreneurs, because all of them, they play a very big role in shaping the future of our planet. So that's exactly what it brings us to this panel, to explore how sustainability, art, and women come together to imagine a better future for all of us. So, for those who don't know me, I'm Carla de la Vega. I'm a former CNN correspondent and as well a writer and the founder of eWay. eWay is a platform that helps corporations to bring women in the leadership positions and create as well environments where everybody can thrive and sustainable environments where all of us can achieve what we want inside of the corporations. So now that I've presented myself, I would like to present all the people, all the three ladies that they are here and that we are sharing this stage. And I'm really, truly grateful of being there here with them. So let me start with Itiar Salgado. Itiar Salgado is the general manager and director of operations at Christie's Middle East. She is an active member of the Christie's Sustainability and AD&I committees. Christie's is, as you know, a company that not only is shaping the art market, but was as well the first auction house to commit to sustainable objectives. Their dedicated summer exhibition on sustainability has shown the power of artists who bring the theme of to life through life, through color, through emotion, and as well through imagination. So it's here. I know that you are very passionate about sustainability. And can you tell us in few words what drives your commitment to sustainability?
Thank you very much, Carla. And hello, dear panelists. And thank you for sharing the stage today to speak about art, sustainability, and women. And thank you to attend the panel today. For me, there is three things. One is love for the planet. Second is passion for art. And the third one is a deep sense of social commitment. Um, at Christie's, we have the luck that we approach sustainability from the cultural, from the responsible cultural perspective, and this is what really resonates to me.
Wow, love it. So now we are going to talk with Ayla Al-Thawroni. She's the Chief Operation Officer of here, of the IFC. And she's as well the chair of Dubai Sustainability Group. So she oversees strategies, strategic operations, governance, and innovation initiatives, aligned obviously with Dubai position as a leading financial hub. Thank you, Ayla, for being here with us today. And what do you think? Why sustainability? It's so important for you and as well for the IFC.
Thank you, Carla, for the introduction. So, before I answer the question, I'd like to welcome everyone today on behalf of DIFC for joining us for the 20th edition of the DIFC Art Nights. DIFC is very passionate about art. We've been leading the Dubai art scene since 2004. And I think we're honored today to have our CEO, His Excellency Arif Amiri, with us here attending the panel discussion. So as much as we're passionate about art, we're also passionate about sustainability, and it's something that we have really focused on since inception. It is a key pillar of what we do at DIFC, being the leading global financial center in the Miasa region. Now, for me, sustainability goes far beyond business or economic value. It's something that really reflects how I view my responsibility as a human being. So for me, it's not only a strategic business imperative, it is really a moral one. So we cannot really measure progress only from the lens of profit or KPIs. We should also look at the environment, the people, and the positive legacy we leave behind. Thank you.
Completely agree.
So the positive legacy that we leave behind. That's a beautiful end of your sentence. So now we have Visila Bokoko. She just came from New York, so she might be a little bit jet lagged. But we love her because she's a global businesswoman, founder of BB Embassy International, chair of the executive board of the Entrepet Tech, Women's Business Award, which is an initiative of United Nations. It's an initiative to empower entrepreneurs to drive sustainable goals and inclusive growth. And she's as well a philanthropist. So thanks, Visila, for being here today with us. And why sustainability is important for you and for the entrepreneurs?
Thank you so much for all of you for being here. I'm super excited to share the panel with such distinguished ladies like you, and it's an honor for me to be here. Well, the reason why I'm so passionate about sustainability is first because I'm a mother, and I think that we all have the responsibility to leave the planet better than we found it. And I think that this is all about what kind of future we want to create together. And I think it's of course the three P's that matters is of course the planet, prosperity for all, and the people. And because we have to put the people in the center, we are only guests here in Mother Earth. And I think that as guests, we need to be polite and take care of the planet.
I love that. So to take care of the planet. But let's go now how art, no, this new economy and how it's changing the economy and how we are going to create with these changes that we are seeing to create a more sustainable planet. So we see that there is a massive change transfer of wealth to the Gen Zs and as well to women. So this Gen Z, we will talk later about women, but let's start with the Gen Z and with the millennials. They come with a strong sense of purpose and as well of sustainability and as well from impact, right? So it's here. How will this new generation affect the art industry, and how is the art world contributing to a more sustainable future?
Well, I think we are clearly seeing a redefinition of values, um, and obviously the art world is reflecting them as couldn't be in other ways. The artists, the journalists of today's times. Um, I think it's you can see it everywhere. It's beginning in the art field, within the art digital categories, raising up hugely. That obviously are linked to the new generations. Um, Also, you can see a massive inclusion of female artists in exhibitions, in institutions programs, in the sales, in our auctions. I mean, our Middle Eastern art sale have a very strong representation of female artists. Um, and they are in fact breaking prices all the time. For example, in our last sale last Thursday, I think in London of Middle Eastern art, Salua Shakir, sorry for the pronunciation here, please, um, reached almost £400,000. I mean, it's incredible. Or Uget Kalan, that had an incredible retrospective in a very renowned institution in Europe this summer. We are also seeing more and more STEAM exhibitions based in around sustainability, as we did in Christie's, as you said last summer, or more in social issues or identity. Um, we are also seeing the buy-in from younger female collectors going up in all sales rooms at Christie's in the first half of the year. Also, Art Basel report just be published. They are saying that we spent 40%, 46% more in art than men. So yes, there is a new values, and we are seeing it in the art world. How we are contributing from our side in Christie's, we have a strategy based in three pillars, um, which is commit, collaborate, and communicate. Commit is based in a bit of housekeeping, like where are your emissions? How do you measure them? Like using a proper framework, a recognized framework. This is super important. Put your targets, commit to them, and then report progress transparently. Communication is not only about informing about this progress, but also about the sharing the findings, the challenges. It's this is something that we really need all to do together, as you were saying. I mean, it's across businesses, across industries. There is not competency here. And then collaboration is like this one, like in panels, in commits with the organization, institution, authorities. It's essential to elevate the message and obviously to raise awareness. But to be honest, what it's really the powerful force to change behaviors, it's art itself. Art have the capacity to engage emotionally. It's evokes feelings. You feel joy or empathy, or on the contrary, or discomfort or dislike, but you feel something. It moves you. This has the capacity to shift behaviors, to shift from a more passive observation behavior to a more active one. They can really evoke make this a spark in having this concern about sustainability. It's so please, artwork, use your platform as DIFC does, and put the artists in the raw front, because their creativity is really our best speak person.
So we talk about art.
Sorry, I spoke a lot.
No, no, We are all thrilled about what you were saying
Yeah.
regarding the world of art. That we are all here. We are all art lovers. But now we are gonna go to the business side of the sustainability. I like you. First, you told us, some of the initiatives that you are doing in DIFC. But I would like to deep a little bit more on those ones. What do you do in DIFC to drive sustainability in business? And as well, as a DFC, as an entity that you are, you have the power to influence the change, right? So how are you using as well that power to influence other businesses?
Okay, so I definitely agree that art is a great way to communicate this, and we're doing a lot really to support that. But from the business side, sustainability, as I mentioned earlier, is very important. It is a key pillar of our strategy, and we promote it through multiple initiatives, really, and we support it. So, one of the key focus areas is mobilization of capital. So, we have an ambitious target of mobilizing $100 billion by the year 2030. And we can see great numbers really with the Nasdaq Dubai issuances. Today, it's one of the largest sukuk markets in the world. The second point is really on supporting sustainability related startups or those innovators that find solutions. And we support them through creating an ecosystem that really helps them thrive, grow. We provide subsidized licensing, subsidized office space for them. And then the last area for me, which is the most important one, is capacity building and education. We've started this journey maybe more actively since 2021. And last year, we've announced the 1 million Learners Initiative with 40 partners with the ambition of educating 1 million individuals on sustainability. Now, besides what we do here, we also try to lead by example. So we have our own tough targets when it comes to decarbonizing our own operations, supply chain, and construction activities. And we're very transparent and reporting these on annual basis. And we believe that this is the best way to influence others to follow, really.
Yeah, great initiatives that could change, and influence many others. But let's go back now to entrepreneurship, right? You were already touching a little bit of entrepreneurship. Visila Bokoko, she's an expert in entrepreneurship, and she does the internationalization of markets, of many companies. So I would like to know, how do you see this sustainability influencing the new generation, and the new generations influencing how we shape a business, and as well how the entrepreneurship goes in the global markets?
Well, I think that it's a very exciting time because you have in most companies right now 4 generations working together. And I think that we have to, when we spoke about sustainability in entrepreneurship, diversity comes forward. And diversity is very important because it's a competitive advantage. And I think that when we speak about diversity, is not gender only, or is much more than that, because we also have different ways of thinking. We need to put people in the table that they think differently. And I think that diversity sparks innovation. And what we've seen is how important is that. And we cannot speak about diversity without speaking about inclusion. And this is important when you go to internalize your company. And I like to explain diversity like it's when they invite you to the party, and inclusion is when they really put you to dance. And also, we need to have this sense of belonging. So we have seen that entrepreneurship is very important, and the new generations, for that it matters to work with different kind of people. It matters also the priorities between what is your professional life and also your personal life. And when it comes to sustainability, also well-being is important, and the mental health. So all of that is really what is making sense. And when you go to different markets, you really have to have cultural intelligence. Without cultural intelligence, it's very difficult to just enlarge your company. And I think that when you put diversity also in the equation, it's also good for profitability. So it's not only because it looks good and is really trendy right now. It's because also we have seen that when you have diverse people working together, and most of the entrepreneurs of the Gen Z generation, they like to put things together. The social media makes you the potential to have contacts all over the world, what is happening is also the 70% of your profits go up. So I think it's not only because it's good for your company and for the economy, it's also good because really expands the innovation.
Yeah, and coming back to that, the innovation, right? For example, when you have gender diverse teams, innovation, it goes up to 38% according to Boston Consulting Group. So we have data about that. And you were talking about diversity. Now we are going to talk about gender diversity, which is, we are seeing this trend that the future is going to be shaped as well by women. Actually, according to City Private Bank, 50% of the global wealth, thanks to this wealth transfer that is right now happening, is going to be in the women's hand. The women, they do invest differently, actually. There are reports that they say that they give more importance to impact and obviously to sustainability. And here in the region, we have seen how the government entities as well, like the DIFC, they are supporting and bringing more women to leadership positions. Actually, here is like 30% of the leadership positions are held by women in the government institutions and being followed as well by the private sector. A little bit slower, but it's going there as well. And we see those women as well in the private sector, those ones that are leading, they're as well investing and thinking about in sustainability. So my question here, we are here for women in this state. Um, is is this a coincidence that we are for women here talking about sustainability, or the future of sustainability it has the face of a woman?
Um, I'll jump on it. Okay. I wouldn't say it's sustainability would be only in women hands. Uh, I would say it will be very benefited for this shift in wealth and decision makers to younger and females' hands, because yes, it's true that they invest or take decisions more driven by purpose, by social impact, by legacy, education, etc., etc. So sustainability requires all of that commitment. So I really think it will be an area that would be benefited. Um, from my experience, I work in a company that female representation is very strong. I mean, not only in absolute numbers, but also in the leadership. My CEO is a woman. The president of CIMIA is a woman. The MD of the region is a woman. I am a woman. I mean, it's very well represented gender in my company. However, when it comes to the sustainability committee, is where you find moments and in highest positions. It is also true that every time I'm coming to these kind of panels or summits or conference, even though when it's in sectors that are more male dominated, it's true that you find more women. Um, Having said so, I wouldn't say sustainability it's a gender program. I would say it's a collective one. Um, but anyway, Carla, I'm curious about your opinion in here because sorry, I'm taking your role now. But from EWay, you are in regular contact with a lot of women in across businesses and across generations, in different levels in their careers within the region, internationally. So you should have quite a visibility in is this really a priority for them? And do you feel any differences between generations, like the people that are really starting their careers or the leadership? Do you see?
Yeah, like working with different generations here in the region of women, I see something that it's unique to everybody, and everybody does this the same. That is like they are like very caring about sustainability. All the women in the region, they do it in a different ways. So depends on if they are Gen Zs or they are millennials, or if we are a little bit older than my son, like myself. I'm not gonna say no, but it's like, for example, the Gen Zs, they are more about purpose. The millennials more about flexibility and how as well to integrate impact. And all the generations, they are thinking more about the future. But all of them, they want the same things inside of their corporations, inside where they work. It's like, again, how we can bring together people, purpose, and profit. And that's exactly what, at the end of the day, is like we all want it. Is what we try in a way, and and it's what we see that all the women, they are looking for. But as you said, it's not something that is exclusive to women. I've seen as well very much a lot of men that are as well committed to sustainability without any doubt, actually. But now let me get
Yes,
get back
thank you. I'm
to my role.
sorry for taking your role.
That's to my role. So, Ayla, let me go with you as well. And we keep going with women and gender diversity and inclusion inside of the corporations. You are a big corporation. You were saying before that you have like many women already in your corporation. How do you include this strategy, the gender diversity and inclusion, in the strategy of DIFC?
How I wouldn't limit it to the strategy of the IFC. So
In sustainability, I'm talking. So sustainability,
yeah, it is really part of, I think, I would say, the DNA of the UAE, and our leaders are really very supportive of women empowerment, women's being in leadership positions. So DRC is no different, obviously, and we do this through different approaches or initiatives. We have progressive employment law that really defines favorable conditions or working conditions for women. And I get approached a lot in DIFC by women working here that uh, would be discussing a certain situation they go through, and then they'd compare it to the employment law of DIFC. So it is really a great reference, a great support for women here in the DIFC. We also have targeted initiatives for women and programs. So we were the first to launch Women in Tech Accelerator program. We also have maybe one of the first director development programs for women that was delivered by Hawkama, one of our subsidiaries. We also have unlimited mentorship opportunities on Ignite, our digital growth platform. So overall, I think there is excellent support for women in DIFC, and if you look at the culture here, the community here, it's very diverse.
Yeah.
And this really tells you that success really comes from diversity and inclusion. And this is what we really believe in.
totally. Yeah, from inclusion always the success of the companies. Let me go back to Visila. Do you feel that are women driving sustainability differently across the regions when we talk about entrepreneurship?
Well, with my work in Empretec is a organization based in Geneva, where what we do is to give a microcredit to women to create entrepreneurship businesses. And one thing that we do is you cannot give someone a credit and without having the education to really manage business. So we make sure we are very intentional about the education so women don't end up in debt and not able to pay. And what I have seen is I oversee Middle East, Africa, and Latin America. That's the countries. I mean the areas that.
But you don't have any more.
This is really my focus. And what I have seen is um, that, for example, in countries like in Africa, I mean, in African countries, for example, it's very important the heritage. So the heritage goes to innovation, but they really want to maintain the traditions and everything. And I also have seen amazing things happening. Like I could give an example of a woman in Jordan when she realized that her children were not really being educated for the future. She decided to put a robotic school. And with the credit that she got for the United Nations, she did that. And it was incredible because she was looking at the future. She said, like a mother, my kids are not really ready for the world that is coming. So she created this school. As a matter of fact, she also have the second school 3 years ago. She put it in Dubai. And this is one of cases of someone with little resources at the beginning, how she grow. Or I have, for example, an example of someone in Zimbabwe, this lady who started her company basically in the kitchen with 10 kids. And she now is one of the wealthiest women in Africa. I saw her in Forbes and it was amazing. So I think that women have the purpose driven and also they like to impact communities. And the reason why we create these awards is because the stories really are universal. And when you hear the story of someone who started by little and they're able to do so many things, it inspires other people. So I think that women, we need these kind of stories and inspiration, of course, also from men. I think that all of us, I don't believe that women are more for sustainability than men. I have seen many, many men also working in sustainability world. But what I see is that women, we need reference points. And when we have reference points, when we can somebody to look up to, so that's what is important, the visibility of these women. And what we're trying to do is to give voice to women who have no voice, who are not seen, and tell these stories because this happened in places in Uganda. I know women doing agri-tech, how from the traditional way of doing agriculture in Africa, they just created an app in order to just be part of in Africa, we never had an industrial revolution, but we want to have a digital one. So I think it's amazing what women are doing right now. And it's not really vox populist. People don't know about these stories, but this is why we're trying to bring them in. But it's really exciting what is happening and what women are doing in different parts of the world.
Beautiful.
So, as Visila said, and I think that the three of them, they have already said, it's like sustainability is not just about women, it's about all of us. It's about men, women, and people from different backgrounds, and to try to do what we can do all better to create a more sustainable planet for all of us, actually. So let's go to the future. We have talked already about what we are doing, what are the institutions, the art, the entrepreneurs, and as well the big business doing it. But what's going to be the future? So it's here. At Christie's is a bridge no, between culture and the market. And what more could the art industry do to go further in sustainability?
I think we can do a lot. I mean, and we can, and we will do much more. This is really a work in progress. This is a learning process. Uh, mm, that's why I was saying before that it's so important to collaborate and to share findings, because this is really something that we need to do together, to go further, to escalate the message, to go to the next step. Um, Again, the art industry have an enormous potential to influence through art, not only for the emotional connection that I was speaking before, but also for the social impact that you were saying, because it has the potential to uh, challenge perspective. Uh, Through art, you can really show that this is not, as you were saying, just an operational change. This is a cultural one, and is where we really need to reach to the cultural one, because culture is what will really last.
But now the question it goes to Ayla, and Dubai always loves to surprise the world and be the best and the better and the first. So, what are we gonna see in this near future that's regarding sustainability that Dubai is gonna surprise the world? Can you give us some hints?
Uh, Dubai thrives on bold ambition. I'm sure sustainability is no exception. Now, sure, there's a lot that is happening in the background in the making, but there are many firsts that were launched already. So we had DP World $100 million issuance in blue bonds, for example, which is purely dedicated to protecting and restoring marine and coastal ecosystems. That's the first of its kind in the region. There is Emirates MBD's sustainability linked loan financing ones, which is really a very innovative product that links the bonds to sustainability KPIs. This was the first of its kind in the globe, in the world. And then if we look at energy saving, for example, we have the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum solar park, which is the largest of its kinds in the world. Now, on the IFC side, we obviously have a very tough target of net zero by the year 2045, which is 5 years ahead of the UAE target. Very ambitious, but we're confident that we'll get there.
Wow, we wish that, no?
Yes.
Zero. Wow, that's impressive. So we have Dubai that is gonna lead the way in the world or in the globe. But let's see how Visila can see from the global perspective. What is your personal vision for the next, let's say, 10 years in sustainability around the world?
I think sustainability will not be a goal anymore, will be part of the DNA of the companies. I think will be a state of being and it will be natural. Right now we speak about how we can create more sustainability, then it will be part of us. And I also think that we will see a big shift of the wealth more in women's hands. I think that we will see also shift in the kind of countries that are becoming wealthy will be different stories around it. And I also think that besides of what sometimes it thinks that diversity maybe right now is not the most popular in some countries, I think that it's impossible to avoid that. I think that we're gonna see more merges and people doing things together, and I think that one of the capital, the most important capital that is gonna be really the human being. So it's not going to be only about the finances. We're going to have to put the center the humanity. So we also will see a shift of leadership, the way that we understand leadership. And because we are in this digital world and artificial intelligence is coming and everything, the center is when more human we have to be. So I see that the center is going to be a humanistic leadership.
So yeah, human-centered leadership. That's the what Visila is seeing for these 10 years of the future that we have ahead. But I would like, if any of you would like to ask a question to any of the panelists, just to dive deeper in sustainability, would any of you would like to? Any brave person that will do it in the front row?
It's okay.
Okay. Yes, can you? Okay. Let me give it to her.
Yeah, I'm curious about Christie's. You guys had a big event in New York, a summit for digital art. And a lot of the digital art is actually helping regenerative ecosystems around the world. And would you think MENA in this area will go for something like this?
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yes. We have the Art and Tech Summit here a couple of years ago in Art Dubai. Most probably you attended. So hopefully we have it back. We are trying to. That's what I can tell you.
Any other question? Any other question? Okay, so I want to thank Christy and Itzia for putting this panel together. And here we have art lovers and artists, investors, men, women, businessmen, and businesswomen, obviously. I would like Itzia, because I know that she's very passionate about this and it's why she put this panel together here. I would like you to give the final message to inspire everybody here to get involved in sustainability in any way that they want.
Okay, such a pleasure. I have to inspire you, all of you. Well, no, thank you to start with to all of you to accept this invitation to speak about art, sustainability, and women. It was a real pleasure to share the stage with all of you. I would say that start where you are. Do what you can. Every choice matters. don't fall into the easy excuse that it would really matters if I, only me, buy these things or throw this bottle where I shouldn't, or travel in this way or consume this electricity or whatever. It matters because everybody's thinking the same. So if everybody were thinking in the other way, the world would be completely different. So it matters. Every choice matters. I think art, sustainability, women is all about legacy that you said at the beginning as well. So, and you also said it's like to preserve what we have and give it something better to the next generation. So let's try to be proud of the legacy that we leave behind, at least from our possibilities.
A beautiful message, to leave that legacy to the next generations as well. And I want then to close this panel with this beautiful message that Itziar just said. This panel about sustainability, art, and women. Three words actually that come together to imagine a better future for all of us. But guess what? I think that all of us, as Itziar said, we hold a pen to write how it's going to be the future. So my question for you is, are you going to do something about it? Are you going to write the new future, sustainable future for all of us?
We hope so.
Yes, of course. Thanks to all of you for coming here. Thank you.